Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really excited when I heard that Clarence was going to be running for the 45th District. When Clarence came on the scene back in 2012 with the Obama campaign and was working through the McAuliffe 2013 campaign, we kept hearing this echo from Alexandria, Clarence Tong, Clarence Tong. And he got elected to the 8th District Committee in 2013. And in 2014, he got elected as chair of the Alexandria Committee. And we kept hearing all these things that Alexandria was doing under Clarence Tong. And I said, this guy's the Kip Malinowski of Alexandria. And he really took a hold of that committee and got a lot of things done. And he's making the Alexandria Committee a very viable and strong committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my good friend and your next delegate in the 45th, Clarence Tong.
Charlie, thank you so much for your kind introduction. I greatly admire your dedication to the democratic and progressive cause, and I'm honored to have you on our team. Good evening, Arlington Democrats. My name is Clarence Tong, and I'm Kip's cousin from Alexandria. I'd like to thank Kip and the ACDC for inviting me to speak here tonight. Since becoming the ADC chair, I have learned many lessons from Kip and others here about organizing at the grassroots level and mobilizing voters, and we're a better committee for it. I'm running for the House of Delegates to ensure all Virginians have a fair shot to succeed in life. There are three pillars to create a more equitable future for all Virginians: education, energy and the environment, and expanding Medicaid. And we need to support our great governor's efforts in these areas. My values come from my grandmother. She had no formal education and raised 3 kids on her own. She came to the United States to do domestic and factory work, but knew that America was a place where her kids and her grandkids, like me, could have opportunities beyond what she could have imagined. Because in America, you could have access to a high-quality public education. This is a uniquely American story, and one I am sure many of you here and across the district can relate. That's why I chose a career in public service. I moved to Northern Virginia to work on Capitol Hill to provide a voice for underserved communities. As an aide to a Democratic member on the House Education and Labor Committee, I worked to reauthorize the federal Head Start program. I believe we need to further expand early education opportunities, and we need higher education opportunities to be more affordable to all Virginians so they can achieve their professional goals. That is why I greatly admire the work of Delegate Alfonso Lopez and his championing of Dreamers. After graduate school, I had the great privilege of serving as an Obama appointee at the Department of Energy, helping to promote sustainable energy development, good for the environment, and good for the economy. As an environmental advocate, I believe we have a duty to make sure our kids can breathe clean air and drink clean water while bringing new renewable and alternative energy industries here to Virginia. My wife and I are proud homeowners in North Old Town. We live less than a mile away from a recently shut down coal-fired plant, the Genon plant, along the Potomac River. Residents in the community worked for 11 years to shut it down. The site is contaminated with mercury and other remnants, and there's concern that it will leak into the Potomac River, which would impact us all. The cleanup is expected to take years, and in the General Assembly, I will make sure that adequate attention is brought to this situation, and that this site can be cleaned up for productive use in our community in the future. Finally, there are 400,000 Virginians unable to access the health care they need, and Republicans in Richmond are standing in their way. It would be a top priority of mine to help Governor McAuliffe and the Democrats in the Assembly expand Medicaid. The challenge for Medicaid expansion, unfortunately, is no longer about policy changes. It's purely political. Imagine if 10 seats in the General Assembly were flipped from Republicans to Democrats. That would dramatically change the dynamics of this debate. It could create a political space to make a deal on Medicaid. When I look at what's happening in Congress, as well as what's happening in Richmond, I see a culture of gridlock, where blocking President Obama and Governor McAuliffe is seen as a sign of success. I won't stand for that. As a Democratic Party chair, I understand how important it is to win back General Assembly seats and will work hard with our House Democratic Caucus to make that happen. If you send me to Richmond, I promise to listen and be your voice. I will fight for the 3 pillars to a better Virginia: access to education, building a sustainable energy future good for the environment and good for the economy, and expanding Medicaid for those who need it the most. I look forward to getting to know you all and to earn your vote on June 9th. Together, we will move Virginia forward. Thank you.